We got now. Mic check. Oh, that's what. Still no sound? No, that's right. Oh, that's what the little speakers things mean. Appreciate it, Londa. I didn't know what she was saying. I thought, I thought that was my. I don't know what. I thought that was Jamming Jerome's Auto Shop or something like that. I don't know. By the way, that show is too damn good. Even though I just saw one of the most unrealistic episodes of all time, but still cool. Old random old white man living in a Mexican neighborhood with a tiger, and nobody knows the tiger's back there. Tigers roar, man. Like, how could you not hear a tiger? He got all kinds of random animals and shit. But then imagine, I know you guys have no idea, but this is Snowfall. But imagine you just survived being eaten alive by a tiger, right? And you just witnessed somebody eaten alive by a tiger to get kidnapped by a Mexican gang right after that. Wow, even time like all this happened in one episode, and then the tiger becomes your friend, and the tiger eats the Mexican gang. They could have left some of this stuff out. Like some of that when they call it jumping the shark, that episode might have jumped the shark. But still good, all in all. I don't like his baby. I don't like the baby mama. I don't know. Obviously, she doesn't. I don't know what happens to her, but I don't fuck with her though. I don't like her, and I don't like the mom. I used to like the mom, but I don't like the mom anymore. But, anyways, I have no idea what we're going to talk about today. If you would like to control the conversation, there's always the super chat that you guys could donate to, or you can hit up the Cash App. That will help go towards gifts for good grades, which is the new thing that we're doing. We'll be promoting that starting next week. Or also go to pay Londa B and Rob Owens, because I still haven't paid them yet, but it's not because I just keep forgetting. But yeah, if you want to have that, control the conversation, you could always do that. A lot of cool stuff going on. College football, NFL football. One of the downsides of winning a big bet like I won is you want to keep doing it. And I'm afraid. Like, I don't want to spend this money because I just got it. But I also want an opportunity to do it again. Like, that's one of the downsides of getting away with something, is it makes you want to do it again. But today's show, I have no idea what we're talking about unless y'all bring up something. Now, obviously, we're going to talk about FSU, Florida, Miami eventually. But this is all on Jaden. So the intern has got everything under control. So he's going to try to make us organize. We need to have an MFTK moment. We need to have an NIL moment. I don't know when those are coming, but he'll put the stuff up on the Summer Jam stream, and we'll discuss this as a family. So hopefully everybody go take your time to share this with a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend. And we'll be as random as we normally are, especially on a fucking Friday, because that's how I feel today. Fuck it. So go ahead. What we got, Jaden?
All right. First thing we got, obviously, FSU plays tonight at 7 against Duke on ESPN2. So I just wanted to pull up the odds right here in the matchup predicted before we head to Hard Rock and place a bet, see if we can get some money. So
there's no better way to watch football games. I will tell you that. You don't have to know shit about football, but if you bet on it, it makes things better. Holy shit, is Duke real? This is some bullshit. I'm sorry, Mike. You my guy, White Mike. You my mans. Love you, dog. I fucks with you. I'll see you next week in Miami. But damn it, what does that say? 59.9%? The Duke?
58.9%, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
Holy shit.
That's what I was asking
earlier. Duke is a side game. I don't know. For those who don't know what a side game is.
Oh, we got a dono already.
Can you expound on the direction of Florida State at this point? I've been out of the chat for a while. Right now, the direction of Florida State is something that people used to say while we had to get rid of tag, right? We had. Did we ever get what the STD stood for?
Scared to death.
Oh, okay, all right,
That's what it stand
okay.
for.
I like the STD Fridays. That's it. That might be the new lingo. Oh, with a full moon. I love it. They kept saying that tag, the bottom, it can't get any lower. You have to bottom out. We have to get we went from a really, really high. We went from the top 4 season in school history to currently, if they go in the trajectory, this might be, it's not the worst, but it's one of the worst schools in the worst seasons in school history. But the trajectory is a side game used to mean something. Like you're going on a road to Notre Dame. Like not black coach Notre Dame. Like, I mean, before segregation Notre Dame, when it was like one of them proud, like, didn't that where Newt Rockney and all them other the Galloping Ghost and shit like that, they went to the school? It was going to Miami in the 80s when cocaine was prevalent. It was going on the road to Ohio State, going to USC, playing in a bowl game. And now a side game is Duke. Like, to put it in perspective, Duke would be scheduled, like Duke's away. Duke my senior year. Duke was scheduled the same day as FAMU's homecoming. Now all your football games are played on TV in some capacity, right? We played Duke on pay-per-view. There were no commercials. That bitch was a fucking high school game. We were out of there and we were happy because we here, out of here. I took my shoulder pads off in the third quarter, put your jersey on, you coach up the young guys. That's that game. Matter of fact, we beat them and we got done. So you're supposed to be done about 3:30, right? Got done at like 2:00. That's how fast the game went. And they kept us on the tarmac longer so we didn't get home quick enough. So, because I mean, we was making plans. Like plans were being, and we had, and Saturdays, so you don't know about this, Jaden, but it used to be a time when you had to tell them, motherfucker, they could either call you. Actually, before that, I can't call you till after 9 p.m. And then on the weekend, I can talk to you all week. I can talk to you the whole weekend. 9 p.m. Friday. Oh, we was lit. We was talking. So we was making plans. Then Sprint got everybody because they took it up, bumped it up to 7 p.m. And then they really changed the game where the anytime minutes wasn't being used if somebody called you. So this unlimited shit is still like, it's freaky because a few years, not too long ago, I used to have to tell people like, you're not finna run up my anytime minutes, be talking to you. But now people want to talk to you all the time in the middle of the fucking day when it used to not be that way. But anyways, Duke was a game where you made plans for the weekend during the game. Like FSU had the guys playing Hangman when they were bored on the grease board. We were trying to figure out what Chubby's. What did Chubby's change his name to? The Coliseum, I believe it might have been. No, you were there with Target. It became a Target the whole time.
Where by
the Target by FSU's campus?
Yeah, by
was that was never a club when you were at FSU, was it?
The one by CVS, right?
Yeah, that used to be one way back in the day. It used to be a movie theater called the Varsity. That's why it's the Varsity Complex.
Oh, okay.
But then, and that was where they served food. Like that was the nice movie theater. Then then it became Chubby's my freshman year in college. Then it became the Coliseum, and then now it's Target. When the natural progression of life. But like we were trying to figure out Chubby's, or we wanted to go to Yanni's. What's the other? It's a whole, but that whole little Tennessee strip was not as organized as it is now. It was actual separate clubs that you had to pay different entries to. But we was on the grease board trying to figure out who had the hook. Potbellies was another one. Potbellies, me and Book used to go there all the time and eat.
Shout out Pots.
They had a place where they made hibachi for you real quick, right in front of Potbellies.
Dang.
So
Yeah, they got
Painted
like
Lady, I think was the name of it.
They got like a pizza spot now in like a corner store last time, and like a sandwich shop, like subs and stuff. Last time I was over there.
But all of that's getting because college town is where I guess everybody wants to go now. But anyways, we was doing all of that before that game. Now somebody has to bring the scissors and they have to cut up a chunk of the turf at Duke. And it's going to have its own headstone. It's going to have a story. They're going to put the score. They're going to do all of this shit for fucking Duke, a school that 90% of our roster could not get into, a school that you go to win in life, not in football. Their coach said at ACC Media Days when I was playing, he said back in the day, he was like, I think they went like 1-11 or some shit like that. And they were like, well, what do you do? But they returned like 90% of their roster. He's like, well, what is your thoughts? What is your feelings on the team coming back and having most of your starters? And he was like, well, you return most of your starters from a team that went 1-11. You don't really have much optimism. You know what the Duke team did that year? Freed the youngins. They freed the youngins and got their ass whooped and had no hope for the year before. Because if you stink, you stink. Yes, you can get developed, but you play basically the same schedule the next year. Alabama in 2 years is going to be a side game. Clemson next year will be a side game. I'm just trying to let you know why Duke should never be a side game. Don't give a fuck what's going on in Florida State's life. It should never. The only time Duke is a side game is in basketball. And I don't know how legal it is to just cut up. I don't even know how you do that. You got to get like a pickaxe or something to cut up a basketball court. And I'm quite sure that's probably a lot more expensive than what it needs to be, Miles. But while Miles is doing that, let's just go put the thing back up on the screen. Jaden, while he's fixing that. But was it 3.5 underdog?
3. I'll go on. Yeah. So
I didn't know if it's
these are
7
the
on the Duke.
ESPN bets.
I mean,
So
ESPN.
I'll go on hard.
Well,
Rock.
let's do this first before we make our bet. Because I want to make an informed bet.
Okay. I'll go back.
I'm hard rock app rich right now. And I want to be frugal with my money. So do they have an average? I can't even see that shit, even with the glasses. I mean, I can see numbers.
Here, I'll read it up to you. You said, do they have a what?
Yeah. Let's look at the games. So Florida State, we know, has a hard time scoring over 21 points.
Yeah, the last 5 games they scored.
You gotta mute that. No, his speaker is on his computer.
All right.
So
yeah, the last 5 games they scored 13 points, 16 points, 14 points, 12 points, and 13 points.
Okay, what about Duke?
Last 5 games they played, they scored 14 points against Georgia Tech, 21 against UNC, 45 against Middle Tennessee, 26 against UConn, and 26 against Northwestern in double overtime.
Okay. Damn, that's what? How much in double overtime?
26.
That's not a lot. I think this is the best defense that they're facing. I think this is the game we get it together on offense. We caught passes, we threw the ball to the tight end, and they caught it and it didn't drop. Well, still some of the wide receivers. So what is they have a quarterback that everybody thought we should have won. I think he's better than DJU, but I think Duke's offensive situation is a little shaky. But what's Malik Murphy's averages? Is he completing passes?
Yeah, I would say so. This season, he has a 60.1 completion rate, 125 completions, 208 attempts.
That's not bad.
Yeah, he's his highest QBR of the season was against, Georgia Tech, 18 for 31, 205 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Yeah, the most touchdowns he ever thrown in the game though was 3. He did that against Middle Tennessee, Connecticut, and Northwestern.
Okay.
But he's 14. He had 14 touchdowns, 5 interceptions this season.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Go to the running backs. See what their running backs are like. I know last year they had a couple good ones that paired very well with Riley Leonard. Angelo put, all I know is Tiger beat Duke. The standard is a standard. That's fair. The crazy part about all of this is, remember when North Carolina, like Mike beat North Carolina 2 years in a row as a top 5 team. And that same North Carolina team, I think, ran through, over, and around Miami. I still don't understand how they lost to Florida State that year. They lost to them the 3 and 6 year, and I believe the 5 and 7 year. And they lost to Georgia Tech like that.
Yeah, so last game against Georgia Tech, Star Thomas, 14 carries, 48 yards.
Okay. That's not good. Not optimal.
Yeah, let's see how he's been doing this past season.
Was it just a bad game?
So this year he got 113 carries, 528 yards, 3 touchdowns, average of 4.7 yards a carry.
Not scary at all. Okay. All right. I feel more comfortable now. All right. Let's go to these bets, family. See what we're gonna do here. I'm only pulling the trigger. We are company card is being authorized for $10. That's it. That is it. We're gonna boy, Mac Brown be temperature checking motherfuckers, don't he? That's what I can't wait to see. I hope Mike doesn't lose so he doesn't get the temperature check. Like, remember how he did Manny? Like, he just held him, like grabbed him. Like, he wouldn't even let him go.
It's making us verify the location again. Right quick.
I'm gonna get a text message, ain't I?
I don't think so. I think that was just the email. All right, I think it's working now. Okay, cool. So I'll share this tab instead. All right, big games, big parlays. So we got FSU-Duke pulled up, and these are the Hard Rock odds right here. Pull it up right here. Boom.
All right, we gotta stretch that screen out a little bit, Miles. All right, here's what I know I want. I'm giving my points. I want my points +3. Should be +3, right?
Yep, +3.
Right, let's click that. What's the over?
Over under is 41.5.
Oh, they dropped that shit. 41.5 would be like a 31-10 type game.
Yeah, I mean it would be 30. It'd have to be 32-10. But yeah.
No, I'm saying no. I'm not going over at all. Like we have done absolutely nothing to show that Florida State can score like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with the under.
Okay.
Now this would be a Luke question right here. If I pick them, do I go ahead and pick the money line as well? Because technically, Florida State could lose 23. Excuse me. What do I have? They could lose 21-20, and I'm still winning. But I think Florida State's gonna win outright. What does it say I'm winning now if I stay here with it's gonna show the 125 bet.
So if you put $10, pay out $32.50. But if you pick
put the money line, put Florida State money line.
So if you put $10, pay out of $40.
Okay, they got me. Okay, it's something else I'm feeling good about. Do we have FSU points? Or can we predict how many points we think the team is going to score?
FSU total points.
Yeah, click on that. What does it say?
19.5.
Oh, we going over that. This is going to be the game we get 24 points, over 24 points, and we're going to win. So let's put that $10 bet. What's that $10 bet getting me now?
$62.50.
So if I bump it up to 100,
Yeah,
I get $625.
Yeah, that'll be your payout. Mhm.
Nah, I don't fuck with y'all like that, Mike. I don't got that much faith in you. You gotta earn it. There's a difference between it takes a special type of idiot to have faith in somebody. But it takes a real good idiot to have idiot faith. $100 is idiot faith. I ain't got idiot faith.
Just to reiterate, so you got FSU to win, FSU total points over 19.5. The total game points is under 41.5.
It's kind of making me nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you right now. I'm not sure yet.
Going back on it is making me nervous.
That's the one thing I'm scared about right now. I kind of want to.
You think they're gonna go over 41.5?
Like, I got a feeling like it's going to be like they're going to get 14 points, right? So if it's 28-14, I'm over 40. I'm over my 41.5. It don't take a lot. Fuck it. Go to the over. Fuck it. Go to over. Fuck it. Go to over.
Over for so you're sticking with it?
No, it's not the under. I'm going over. Florida State's scoring over 19.5 points.
Okay, gotcha.
Does this change my money?
Just believe in how badly Mike wants to. Well, he'll keep his job no matter what.
What does 10 give me?
$40.
Did it went down?
Is this with both bets?
Holy, it was just $60.
Yeah, so once you change it, it went.
There we go.
Yeah, it went from when you took the under, it's 525 right here, but the over is 300.
That Fuller ain't been to alpha male in a minute, dog. That D ain't full. That D is really limp right now. So but do I feel like the D is gonna be full and like strong? All right, so I'll put $10 there. All right, how can I? All right, just put take off the all the other ones. Just give me Florida State +3 real quick. Let me see something.
All right.
What's my little funky ass $10 give me?
$19.
Okay. So I could do the parlay, right? And then I could just do a separate bet because Florida State's winning. So I can either lose $20 or I can make more money. Or no, I guess I would lose like $1. I lose $1 in that situation. But I would basically cover my bets. All this is surplus at this point, so it doesn't even fucking matter. I just can't. The full of D. I just don't have faith in the full of D right now.
So you think you think they're gonna win?
We're not losing to Duke. If we lose to Duke, I might be sounding like all the other people for a second. I'm gonna be highly upset. Highly upset if we lose to Duke. That being said, losing to Duke would increase our spread against Miami, which would help me with the Miami because I got to bet Miami. I'm gonna bet Hard Rock too. I'm betting everybody else. But then again, if it lowers the bet against Miami and I pick against Miami for the amount to the tune of the amount of money that I'm going to have to pay out, I won't lose any money. I'll break even. I got like 3,000. I think it's 3,000 or 5,000. One of them two in bets that are outstanding. But if I bet that in Hard Rock app, oh shit, Chris is alive. What's up, man?
You could bump the FSU spread. You see right here to +4 instead of +3 if you.
Fuck it, let's go. No. But the +4 is giving that's giving me points, right?
That means so the spread is like. So it says Duke, -3. That means they should win, right?
Yeah, Duke should win. The Duke's the winner by a field goal.
Yeah.
So they're giving us 3 points. What if I went down to like, what if I made us the favorite? What does that happen? Like go Florida State like 2.
Yeah, that's +1, +110.
Oh, you got to take the other one off.
So if you bet $10, $21.
All right, so okay. All right. Let's go back to all the other shit. So we got that. Give me the over. And then give me Florida State money line. We're all learning, getting educated here. And then give me 19.5.
19.
For FSU getting 19.5 points.
Oh yeah, I think because with Hard Rock, you have like same game parlays and then like regular parlays. So I think like the over 19.5, it's a same game parlay. So it would have to be like a separate. Oh my bad, you can't see. It would have to be a separate.
Oh, I can't add that as a. I thought that was in there already.
Right here it says.
Oh damn! All right, never mind. So that's why I was saying. All right, well I put $10 on that. We're getting over 19.5.
This is unable selection. Here, let me try doing this. See if it works. Yeah, so once you took out the spread, I mean the over under, you can do the FSU total points.
Oh, that's bullshit.
But yeah, like if you do $10, it'll be $29.
You know what though, Ramon, you right though. You are right. Because Cal, before the referees got involved, was getting the butt out the duck on Miami. Maybe the Fuller D, but the Fuller D held him in check. It's interesting.
This will be our highest scoring game this season.
Without a doubt. Damn, so they won't let me do that shit, man. All right, man. I gotta play with this at the crib. Bottom line, this is probably what we're gonna end up doing. I know I'm taking 19.5 points. That's easy money.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what? That'd be my, if I have to do a separate bet, that'd be my bet that so what was it? What's the just 19.5? What is my payout with that? Side note, I'm telling you people, bet. You don't have to bet large money like Luke. I'm telling you, put your little funky ass $5 on one of these games and watch how intensely you watch that game. Do you understand how my heart, like I almost had a heart attack on Monday. I have never watched the Jets Bills game that intensely. Like my heart could not. I don't know how that man with the that was supposed to make $123,000. I don't know how he did it. I don't know how he's functioning in life. So what's the 10? Give me, does that say 18.7?
1870,
yeah. Better than my money would get on interest. Better than what to get in the bank. Yeah, we're getting over 19.5. So I'm doing 19.5. And then I'm doing Florida State with the points, Florida State money line. And is there any other cool bets that are interesting in there? Like Kyle more drops catching the ball. Like, can I bet that he makes one catch or some shit?
Yeah, with the
I wouldn't bet I would bet anybody's money on that shit.
Yeah, with the player, they don't have too much player props for college, especially on Hard Rock.
It's probably illegal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's illegal, but they don't have too much. I don't know why my screen is doing this. They don't have too much player props on it, but like there's once my computer will get this to load, they have like game specials, and then you could do stuff by like halves and quarters too.
Yeah, that's too much, man. I'm not breaking that. Last time I broke down quarters, halves, and bricks, I was in a more nefarious lifestyle. I ain't getting into that shit. That's just entirely. The other part of it is I'm gonna be out this bitch real talk. So this is why I hate Friday night games. We got blowed up. Why I hate Friday night games, right? I'm gonna be coaching a district game in high school. And you know what I'm going to let you know. You know what I'm going to be doing? Looking at my fucking phone following Florida State while I'm coaching high school. I did it against Louisville. I did it against when Florida State played Louisville. Oh, I ended up being right, but I was wrong at how I judged that dude. Tate Rodemaker. Because Jay Trav went down early. And then you know what Tate does his first play? Throws a fucking interception. I said, this bitch is a terrible person. I think he hates Florida State. Turns out I was right, but he won. He beat Louisville, and I think people think tits for fits started there, but really where the tits got their start was tits for Tate, because Tate beat Louisville, and I'm like, man, this man deserves a good set of titties in his face. For me, I said, I hope he goes to college town, and I hope them girls do something strange to him. Like, get one of them. I know it's a nasty volleyball player somewhere at that school that would have took him fresh out, not even a shower, fresh out of the game, and deal with Miles hates when people do. I just think because it's so funny. I was like, if she did that, I don't spell them. She should be banned from the market, from the dating market, if she ate ass. If she ate ass. But Tate deserves to have his salad toss fresh out of the game day capris. Like, just nasty funky because he beat Louisville. But then Tate goes and does that shit to us. That's the tough part. Is there's no masculine way to do it. I only say it, Andre. I only do it because I don't. It makes Miles uncomfortable just saying it. It is hilarious how uncomfortable he is when you say it.
It was never meant to be a thing. God damn, y'all just take any fad and run with it in 2024.
Side note, I forgot to tell people where I was at in Orlando the Wednesday. So, did you know do you know the name of UCF's cheerleading coach? First and foremost, why is a cheerleading coach in the Florida Sports Hall of Fame? I'm not one of those guys that don't believe cheerleading is a sport. It's tough. It's difficult. But come on. Now, we're taking it to the next level. You should not be in the same Hall of Fame as Tracy McGrady, Vince Carter, Fred Biletnikoff, like GOATs.
I'm so confused.
There's a Florida Sports Hall of Fame. Like, that means in the state of Florida, all you had to do is participate in sports in the state of Florida, whether it be high school, collegiate, or pro. And then they bring you into this thing, and they nominate you for this shit. And the cheerleading coach from the University of Central Florida is now inducted into the Florida. Do you know what that means? As long as my boy OJ stays on this, I'm going to be in the Florida Sports Hall of Fame before I'm in Florida State's Hall of Fame. If this is the I'll show him that. No, she probably would do a lot more than that. She's gonna take it from him. Like, it's a chick who looks like, I don't even know. The only reason you know she's a chick, but that doesn't mean we know she's a chick. She's a bodybuilder, but she has enhanced breast, but like everything is like shredded. She looks like one of my JV linebackers. Like, with tits. That's the problem. I say all that to say is, have we Googled, look up Jaden or somebody, one of y'all, pull up UCF's, University of Central Florida's cheerleading coach, and this is what her last name is what Tate deserved, or what if Brock goes in and beats Duke, he doesn't deserve to be able to cut the side. He deserves to have the gooch, the cheerleading coach, because that's her last name is I just called her the gooch. Linda Gooch. Linda, how did you get? One, she's married. I thought she was a part of the community, but she might still be part of the community. Doesn't matter. But that wasn't her last name. How she got that last name?
Oh my God! Put that back up there. If I ever were to find that Gooch liquor,
this is a Gooch liquor. She got the last name Gooch because she got Gooch's Gooch.
Oh my gosh! Remember that commercial where they were cursing? You
liquor, you Gooch,
you Gooch gobbler. Oh.
She put out a bar. You don't recruit your problems. It was a good bar. It was a good bar for coaching. But as a father of a daughter, like, you could not come into my home and recruit my daughter and say, hi, I'm not mature enough for you to be able to come in there and say, hi, Mr. Coleman. I'm Coach Gooch. Excuse me? You coach the what? You coach the gooch? You can't even coach the balls or the shaft, just the gooch.
What could Gooch do?
Is that Gooch at athletics? Like her email is gooch at ucf.edu.
That's kind of cool.
Like that, I would
El
think
Gooch.
that's a troll. This is a troll.
El Gooch.
El Gooch. She made it Spanish.
I'm mad it even has a name. It's the most.
Can we
useless
Google
part of
where
the
does
project.
gooch come from? Gooch, where did like because we did this with
White people made up
with
that name,
Kanika.
for Sure.
But like we know where Kanika comes from. Where is gooch?
Like Urban
Yo,
Dictionary.
we can get man. Listen, man. The first Kanika that I knew that talked about getting his gooch licked was Day Day from from Friday After Next when he said she said she can go something on Nick from the back. I'm trying to see what that be like. But where does gooch come from?
It says Gooch it's like Welsh. It's a Welsh name.
So that's where it started. So gooch, so the gooch started in the Welsh. What are they known for?
It's what it says. The name may be an anglicized version of the Welsh words "cotch" and "gotch," which mean red hair.
I did not know Koch. I thought Koch is what Gooch would call her husband's penis.
See how disrespectful we are being as Americans? We're taking their heritage and naming it with a piece of.
Well, they say
body.
gay. Well, they call you know what a fag is over there?
That's the one word we can't say.
But no, I'm saying it by it's a cigarette. Yeah, I'm saying I'm using it. No, whoa, community, not me. I wasn't saying it that way. I was saying what the blokes call a cigarette over there.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Fetch me a fag, boy.
And they be puffing on. I can't.
Puffing on a fag. There's a song like they call it. It was Warren G and they made a song called "Smoking Me Out." She's smoking me out, so you can tell what that meant. So if you're smoking out a fag, cultural differences. This is why you need shows like this, so that when you go places, we don't get there's no confusion.
Right. Oh, for sure.
You go over there saying "suck my cotch" in Welsh country, and they're thinking you're saying you want to suck a redhead, and so cotch and gotch is what gooch comes from. So I was basically right. So you can't be the balls of the shaft. So you're the gooch.
What a word.
Yeah,
It's definitely not a place people should be living.
I mean, listen, man.
It is like
Have you heard Trick Daddy talk about eating ass?
Yeah, I heard
But look at
he's a
him.
fan of it.
Course
He does.
is.
Man, dude, I have a group chat and I've never seen more. I don't care. All due respect. We can all know less about each other. If you're eating gooch, if you get your gooch ate or however you're supposed, like, more power to you. Listen, had it happen. I still don't know how I feel about it. It's a very confusing, very, very confusing situation when you're as the coach Shannon called a healthy, heterosexual male. Healthy, heterosexual male. But like Trick Daddy, like, and my friends, like, they literally have. I have one friend, Grimes, who, if you meet him, he has two. He has. I won't say his second.
The butt of a nickname Grimes. You are.
Well, no, he won't. No, he's still no. He's like, no, he's the connoisseur. I have never seen more men brag about this. Then I'm just like, so what it made, the only thing I'll say in the group chat, because I won't expose everybody who's in the group chat, all it made me the more better why I don't drink after people and why I don't smoke with people.
Right.
Again, you do whatever you feel like doing. That's between your bedroom. I don't care. But I don't want to be, we're partaking in a cipher, as the old heads would say. And I don't have HSV1 or HSV2. But I'm smoking with you, and then all of a sudden I don't get pimples. I drink a lot of water. I got really good skin. But I don't want, and I've never had a cold sore. I don't want to be here, and then all of a sudden I gotta be on TV and I got this thing talking to you while I'm talking.
I'm fighting you and your girlfriend.
Because now I don't know which one of you eat a booty motherfuckers did it. Because I'm not sure all of the stuff happens was back there. I mean, listen, hey, I don't know the chick that you with. I only know the one that I've been with. So I can't vow. You know, like I said, man, I ain't mad at it. What I'm mad at is the braggadocious nature of it. That's what I'm mad about.
Putting it in songs, popularizing. Don't normalize that.
But like Trick Daddy says is not polite. He's like, you're right there.
Oh my God.
And it's like right here, you just gotta go, like it's just like a little bit, it's just little.
I'm not trying to shame anyone, but all I'm saying is marry her. That's it.
He did marry one, but then divorced her. So now she's out in the streets. And he says he's a trisexual. She married him because of the money. Shout out. Speaking of that, I know we haven't, it's not on the thing. We're gonna get moving. Because I actually had more for the station. Oh, we'll talk about that in a second. Rick Ross's baby mama was in the news because her I didn't know I didn't know she had another son. That son got shot.
Yeah, I saw that.
And she got her ass booted out the fucking hospital. Because I'm telling y'all, ladies, this is what I'm here for, y'all. That loud ghetto shit that only works on social media. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy, Titan.
Titan, you right.
That's crazy.
You know what? I didn't know what Titan is. Titan, the way I read that lets me feel very confident, even though he's not a colored. He's a colored. He doesn't have a green, so he's not a colored. He might be colored. The way he wrote that,
kind of crazy.
Yeah, if he's not black and he's saying that, I was like, what?
I mean, that was a strong statement. Like, with your thumbs. He said it he typed it with his thumbs and said it with his chest at the same time. But I feel you on that, bro. We live in Florida. It ain't negative degrees out here, bitch. It's 7. How you got a cold sore? It's 105 degrees outside. You should have a boil. Call it a boil. But anyways,
I think I got the bit. I think I
the
found
the best definition of gooch.
I found something
You found the best gooch you can find.
So the third thing, the last leg I did was.
Oh, okay. We're talking about betting. We're not talking about gooch no more. We're all for gooch. We're all for gooch.
We're going back to the bet.
We're back to betting. We're back to the main thing. If you win this, you can pay extra, for the gooch.
So I did FSU to win, FSU over 19.5 total points. The under 41.5 total points.
Okay.
And Duke winning the first half, being in the lead in the first half. So 10 to 160.
Go ahead, open that. 10 to 1. 10 give me 160?
Yep.
Good morning. What's going on? What's going on? You good?
So I think because FSU's they're usually second half.
I can see Duke winning the first half.
So yeah, FSU to win over 19.5 points for FSU, under 41.5 total points. So that means if FSU gets over 19.5, 20 points, that means Duke can't score more than 21 points.
All right, because I'm not doing this shit with you. I don't want Duke to win the coin flip. So let's take Duke off and Florida State win in the first half.
Okay.
Let's see what that looks like.
Yeah, 10 to 80 now.
Man. But Florida State win in the second half?
No, you said first half.
First half. When Florida State wins the second half, I hope that'll be a great. Damn, it goes down to 160. It goes down half. Damn. Shit.
That's just something to think about.
It's tough.
Luke said,
no, all we need is Duke to win the first half.
Right.
It could be 10-7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then Florida State can come, okay.
Yeah. That's why I had it like that. Yeah. Because I feel like FSU usually doesn't do in the first.
Luke, I'm gonna be honest with you, Luke. I don't know what the fuck is going on in college football. I didn't think Virginia Tech would be beating Miami until the last play of a game. I thought Miami was gonna mercy rule them motherfuckers. So I don't know. And I know this. Eventually, Florida State will not drop every pass. And this team lost to Georgia Tech, who Florida State lost to in the last second. So I don't know. But I do know this. I'm betting on Florida State to win. So one thing that's been going on, and this is the thing that pisses me off, because this is a continuation. And y'all can call them out. Y'all can tell them I'll call them out. If they got an issue, they'll see me down in Miami. I will be in the press box. I always tell people, like, I don't ever want problems. But if you want a problem, I say no problem. So a guy who listens to this channel, you can go back and check the dates on the reels. This is one of our first reels that popped off before we were even really trying to do this shit. Is Luke Cromenhall at my partner's facility doing all that quarterback shit. Luke's first interview was with me. I see Luke is love. John Cromenhall called me before the Clemson game to tell me that Luke had been practicing and that Luke. Matter of fact, most of y'all first heard that Luke might play on this show. FSU chats that I've been placed in, that I don't care about being. I'm not an asshole, so I'm not going to take myself out of them. But like, I see people who speak so confidently about shit that they have no idea about. And we're talking about this shit. Luke's transferring. Like, where the fuck did you get that from? That Luke's transferring? I just have a gut feeling. Like, bitch, you sound like your estrogen levels are high and your testosterone levels are low. Because you over here making, only women create futures that have nothing to do with the present. And that make them mad. Like, I saw this one. Baby, if the doctor came to you and said that I'm dying and the only way that I can live is if you kiss your ex, what would you do? And so Buddy said it was I thought he broke the matrix. I would break up with you. And then I would kiss you because you would be my ex. You mean to tell me you would break up with me while I was dying? I'm like, yo, fuck that. But that sounds bad, right? That's what FSU fans are doing right now to themselves. It is bad enough right now. It is bad enough. But they are why can't we recruit better? Then the kid commits. Oh, he gonna decommit. I'm like, but you just said they don't recruit well, and then they recruit well, and then the first thing you do is shit on the recruiting part. Shout out, and you know what I'm still rooting on? I think all Florida State needs is one more offensive lineman, and Chris wins his bet. They're like a 91.7. He ain't gonna get that money though. I just really don't. This is not me saying he don't have bread. I just think I have a better chance of winning the presidency than Chris has of getting that money when he wins that bet. But people are here saying, and then I sit back and I look. They're talking about it on Wake Up War Chant. They're talking about it on whatever the 247 pod is. They're talking about on all this shit about, well, we're hearing that Luke scheduled a meeting with Mike Norvell. And then I'm like, has anybody called his dad? Like, why don't y'all know these people so well? And because they talk about, that's the crazy part. My mindset is still connected in a very relational world, right? So I have to be cognizant of what I say because I'm going to have to see these people one day. Like I had one of my teammates. They talk about it all the time. They say, James, we heard somebody that you played with was such and such, was a part of the community. You want to tell us who it is? Fuck no. That motherfucker was good. I'd have to see that motherfucker one day. Last thing I want to bump is for that. I hear people talking about, it was wild. One of the guys, I like him, right? Because I don't have no quarrels with him. But it's like he told me that I didn't know what I was talking about Jamie French.
Oh, wow. See that
And I'm like, bitch, I introduced you motherfuckers. He only talked to you because I said talk to you. And it just free game by big game. Those who know don't tell, and those who tell don't know. The bag man is no different than the coke game. If you know who the plug is, that means the plug is getting arrested. Somebody's getting in trouble. A lot of times with stuff, if I don't know, here's one thing you always know. This is how you'll know I know something. I'll tell you this. I affirm or deny. That means I know. And if I don't know something, you know what I'm going, I can find out. And so many people are afraid to live in that world where I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Why is Florida State playing the way they play? I don't know. I don't know. I could try to find out, but even they don't know. But a lot of these that's why I always tell you people, a lot of the money things that you're hearing about, oh, I heard this person got 1.5 million. It goes, no. That motherfucker, I had to give that fucking kid a ride. That bitch had $1.5 million walking around. You think that bitch would need me to give him a ride in my 10-year-old F-150? Shit, he need to give me a ride. I just saw a kid who everybody's talking about is making money, right? I'll tell you the kid. It's Jamie French, and this is dope. Jamie's going to the Texas-Georgia game. This was supposed to be our bye week. He couldn't change his plane ticket because Austin is going crazy. Austin has F1 racing as well as the Texas-Georgia game, 2 top 5 matchup. Tickets getting into Austin is stupid. He's like, Coach, man, I was going to change it, man, but it's like $2,000. A lot of money to me. A lot of money to most of y'all in this. But if he's making the money that everybody says he's making, $2,000 to change that's a write-off anyway. To change your plane ticket is nothing. Titan put up there. I'm gonna tell you this, something that I've realized ever since, and it really got and this is not an endorsement nor a detraction of a person who is who you should vote for. Ooh, that's solid, Luke. That's a solid bet right there. And this is why I said when we were talking about it when 4-5 came up there and said why he doesn't play football, because it's sweaty and people can beat him up. Trump talks so much shit that alpha male, not the alpha male, what did they used to call it? It turned into alpha male, but it used to be that A-type personality person that get in your face shit, that old white man. That's their way they talk. The reason why they show that they're tough is because they ain't never been punched in the fucking mouth. Not recently. And I'm gonna be honest with you. They talk that way because we have trained our youngins to believe that they need them. See, I go out there and say somebody's ass juice, they want to fight a guy like me, which I wouldn't recommend. But they'll let these guys, because they're considered the reputables, when the guys who understand more what you're going through, you don't support or talk to those guys. See, I can expressly tell you exactly what it's like. That shit ain't easy. I remember getting into it with Bud Elliott one time. Bud Elliott was like, this guy is not blocking properly. He doesn't have good technique. And I said, that ain't the case. Technique ain't shit wrong with his technique. So, well, what do you think? I said, the motherfucker he's blocking is 6'4", 275 and runs a 4.5. Motherfucker, have you ever done that before? Have you ever blocked somebody like that before? Yes, other people have done it, but that's why they're in the league. 99.9% of all athletes go pro in something other than their sport. And people like that kind of stuff. Jeff Cameron is a GOAT. Respect to him. But he comes from an era of not just shock, but like, I'm going to talk and I'm going to say these things and you're going to listen to it. Demetrius, why can't you criticize their critiques? He put some, I wish we can go talk to them and criticize the critics. Like, You can't. That's the problem, is none of y'all do that. I missed one time on a thing that y'all have no idea why I said what I said, and I still get held accountable for the damn Bob Stoop shit. I missed one time, and people tell me they miss all the time. It's who we pick and choose to hold accountable. You don't hold them accountable. But I think Jimbo, I think if I'm Mike, man, shit, fuck y'all. It's one thing to be critical and it's one thing to be disrespectful. One thing I would never be is disrespectful to the person who owns the throne. Now, if the motherfuckers lose to Duke, I'm gonna be heated. But we're not losing to Duke, so I'm not gonna be heated. Again, you're talking to the dude who told Mike to his face, only time I like to see 3-6 is when 3-6 is this. But Jason, hey, they can't block everybody. Everybody has to go out and do this stuff, man. Demetrius Shaw cannot be PR for God. You know what we need to start doing? And just remind me this, Jaden, some of the shit you got to edge me along. Got to tell me, James, we're supposed to do this. Do this. We're going to do an Angry Mike segment. I'm going to do Angry White Mike because Mike got black in him somewhere. I'm not going to keep bringing up why I know, because he grew up like some of my friends with the same fucking age. During that time, people was having uncles. Why you told your kid this is your uncle such and such, and he hear you making all them weird noises in the bedroom? That's called incest. Don't know why you want your kids thinking that's the correct thing, but whatever. All I'm saying is Mike got shit that he want to let off his chest that he can't let y'all know. And I'm going to do an Angry Mike segment even when we're winning. And if y'all want to roast the media, you want to have a safe space, let's roast them. What y'all want to do? Y'all want me to talk about the little cockeyed motherfucker that keep asking people? That'd be Mike. Listen, we got to commit. We got an offensive line commit. Hey, you little cockeyed motherfucker, stop asking the motherfucker we ain't going to decommit now. You're scaring the bitches away. That's what Mike would. If Mike had my freedom, he would say that. Little snow cone motherfucker over here keep asking why we trying to keep running the damn stop screen. Bitch, do you not see the motherfucking DB 7 yards off in the next 15? It ain't my fault that the motherfucker scared to block. We got 2-1 over there. That's why we run the stop screen. You, Snow Globe. Why you always acting like you can go out there and block and tackle? We ain't never show me your tape. Stop telling me my guy sucks. How about you come out here and you do some testing? You call that's funny. One thing we will never do on this page is report you as long as like it's free. I remember I'm going to get fit, and I told fifth quarter guys I'm going to get that started back up because we need more real reporting again. And I stopped doing it because I felt good, but like I don't talk about football. I was doing sporadics more. I don't like Chris got his own shit going on, so I don't have FSU outlet no more. Y'all need some more real to come out here. Oh man. I don't know. Is that racist? Can I say that? I don't want to be I'm bigoted. Yes. Don't know if I want to be racist. Okay. That's tough. That's really bad right there. I can't call him that. Like y'all see it in the comments. I can't say that. I don't want to get demonetized. So the motherfucking Taliban guy over there talking, like, bitch, you play soccer. That's y'all you talking football. Oh, Kalama, little Osama. I don't want to say what you said is racist. What I'm saying is just things. Jason Bud says a lot of shit like that's crazy and never gets called on this shit. I know it's just wild, but again, the one thing I give Bud though, he might just be the guy's name Bud because shout out to my dog Bud Henry. I gotta holler at you in about 3 weeks. I think I should be good again. I gotta take a test, so I gotta make sure that I pass that test. Bud is consistent. Bud has always been the way that he is. Even when we won, he was negative. These guys will be up and down is the thing that throws people off. Because everybody with smiles and Hallmark cards wouldn't see, even me. But Bud is a lawyer. But is not a football guy. He is a football guy because he is very good at organizing his thoughts. He's debating you guys in court. That's what he's doing. And it's really, really good. And the way that you can survive in this industry, somebody said, how do you get into this? You have to be able to have an opinion and be willing to stand on it. If you're not willing to stand on it, then you're going to get eaten alive because people are going to say wild shit to you. Don't believe, go read the YouTube comments. Or like I had a dude tell me, like again, this guy, when I was right, he was like, meanwhile, he's recording from his basement. Say, I live in Florida, we don't have basements. That was my only retort. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me as long as you're saying it in the fucking comments. You know why? It boosts the algorithm. What I told people is this. I said, I'm making reservations or reserving. I didn't tell you why. I'm still going to Charlotte for the ACC championship because I like Charlotte. Angelo Bud does not look like a serial killer. He looks like evil Doctor Strange. It's somebody else he reminds me of. He reminds me of Doctor Strange, and I forgot who the other person was that Bud reminds me of. But I fucks with Bud. Bud's a good guy. Like the funny thing about all of this shit is that all these people are really good people. They're just everybody wants to be this tough person on the internet, and I don't know why. I don't know why. But we're talking about Luke. And then when I confirm or deny shit, everybody's like mad at me because I'm like, well, why are you undermining me? I'm like, bitch, because you told a lie. Why'd you tell a lie? There's no reason to lie. But anyways, what we got next? Let's talk about FSU, man. Let's talk about some winning people who are optimists.
One person who's always very optimistic is RG3. And I know you mentioned Angry Mike.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Mike has been angry a little bit just because Travis Hunter flipped. So recently,
yes,
on the RG3 podcast with him and his wife, former FSU player, they talked about Travis Hunter and his perspective on him winning the Heisman. So
I'm interested in this. Let's go. What is Slant Too Short? What former Slant Too Shorty talking about when it comes to his Heisman odds? He better not slander my guy.
It's all good.
Oh, man, you can go ahead and play it. They don't want to hear me. We want to hear Travis.
Right.
The best player in the nation.
You to know that I don't want y'all to shy away from speaking that stuff into existence. I don't think that you can win it. I definitely think you can win it.
I know I can win it, but
Robert
I don't know.
couldn't win it either.
I don't know who was there. I mean, y'all see Ashton Genty, but it's not like we haven't seen a running back that's good.
All right.
We haven't seen a player that plays both ways, and I'm gonna keep saying that. It's like he have 95 carries.
Yeah.
For
1,000 yards. Yeah.
If I had 95 catches, how much yards you think I have?
Okay.
So I'm trying to tell him, like, if I had 95 targets on defense, what you think I'll have?
Right.
If I had 95 catches on offense, what you think I'll have? So I try to tell you, like, he got double the touches I got on the offensive side of the ball, and I still have defensive stats that's still crazy, and we only in week 6.
Yeah.
So, I'm not gonna argue about it.
I don't consider that argument, right? And I want you to know that I don't want y'all to shy away.
All right.
Wow. What do you think about that? Do you think his
His logic is flawed. His logic is the logic of a guy whose brain is not fully developed. But I like it.
That's what you need in a football
You
player.
need a football player. I promise you, like hard R words. I want as my football player. Got a kid from Mandarin. I gotta make sure I send you this highlight film. This motherfucker playing ball. RD tackle.
Okay.
He's committed to Maryland.
Oh yeah, I saw the one. I saw him in Tallahassee.
Yeah. And I told him, I was like, I told him when he came in as a freshman, I said, this little motherfucker is a hard R. And they're like, how can you say that? He's one of the smartest people. I was like, no, it ain't got nothing to do with his intellect. It has everything to do with, I can look, he got that eye, he got that look, he got that R look. And he playing like a hard R right now. He tore his ACL last year in the second game. That's why we couldn't get that hard R out of him last year. But he's been on him. And another one so he's a hard R, he's a RR, like an ER. Like, and I'm not talking about the N word. So, like, you guys missed that. I can't say, I'll say the N word before I say that word. He's special. He's touched. But that kid, like, I'll say his name is Cam. Cam is one of the best players on our team. In 30 years, Cam could be an NFL Hall of Famer, or they'll be making bad movies like they're doing about Chico, Aaron Hernandez. He could be, well, I don't think he's gay, but I think he could be a murderer, or he could be an all-pro football player. He could be both. I have no doubt in my mind. But I say all that to say is, at wide receiver, you run the ball. I mean, you run without a ball, especially in their offense. He's running 10 yards minimum before he gets the opportunity to get a ball. And he's able to make big plays by a guy throwing him the ball. And they have to monitor at minimum 2 to 4 other people while he's running his route to get the ball. For those who don't know, that's called passing game. Now, let's talk about Jason Voorhees in Boise State. When you run the ball, you are one person being taken out of the equation because you're the runner. The person handing you the ball is another person being taken out of the equation because they're the quarterback. There are now 9 people to occupy 11 other individuals that all see you have the ball. There is nothing that Travis Hunter does that has all 11 people identified and locked onto him. The fact that he has the numbers that he has right now, having to go against 11 people, is crazy. That's why he's the best player in the nation to me. And I know they can hear me, but I guess it's. So, like, for him to be able to, like, say that, I think his logic's a little off. But at the same time, you know what I think Travis Hunter is? The best player in the nation. But you know who doesn't get the Heisman consistently? The best player in the nation. You know who gets the Heisman consistently? The best quarterback on the best team in the nation.
So what I pulled up right here is the FanDuel Heisman betting odds. And I just wanted to read you the top names on this list in order. So they got Ashton, number 1.
Okay.
Dylan Gabriel, number 2.
He ain't getting that.
Travis Hunter, Cam Ward, Jalen Milgore, Quinn Ewers.
Now, it's all null and void if Miami goes undefeated in the regular season. Actually, if Miami goes to the playoff, because if they go undefeated regular season, make it to the ACC championship, they're going to get to the playoff.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, do you see where Miami's ranked right now? Undefeated,
6
behind 2 1-loss teams.
Yeah, so the Miami's ranked 6-0. Georgia's ranked 5, and they're 5-1. Ohio State is ranked 4, and they're 5-1.
Thank God for a 12-game playoff, huh? Motherfuckers over there. I get cut your nose off to spite your face. We all celebrate. We all share the fucking money anyway for you to go into whatever. I'm not even gonna get into that.
Do you think Cam Ward has I guess Dylan Gabriel too.
The only way Ashton wins, and he's on track to do this, is if he breaks the record for the greatest running back to ever play college football. and he's already passed every mark except for touchdowns, which I think he's only one behind, and that's Barry Sanders. If he breaks Barry, or if he gets over 2,000 yards rushing, that's the standard. Like every running back that's ran for over 2,000 yards has gotten the Heisman Trophy.
I think the last running back who won the Heisman was Derrick Henry in 2015.
I don't think he had 2,000. He had, what, 1,500?
I'll pull it up right here. So Henry set the SEC single season rusher record with close to 2,000, 1,986 yards and 23 rushing touchdowns.
If that happens, if Ashton gets the Heisman Trophy is coming back to Duval, we claiming him, no matter what.
So, yeah.
I don't know which side of town he's from. We're gonna just say he's from out east. We claiming him in here in the Bangum.
So Ashton has 126 carries, 1,248 yards, 17 touchdowns.
Hey, I'm rooting for the running blacks, but I do like Travis.
Yeah, do you think, I know it's mostly going to go, this war usually goes to quarterbacks. So do you think Dylan Gabriel might have a shot to win the Heisman, since him or Cam Ward, just because of the fact they're quarterbacks?
If Oregon goes if Oregon wins the Big Ten, yeah. It's a big if. I don't think they win the Big Ten. But then again, I don't know who's beating them because I don't see Penn State.
I'll pull up their schedule right here.
I just don't feel Penn State in a Big Ten championship is beating them.
So Oregon plays, they play Purdue today at 8. Next week, the next game they play Illinois, then Michigan, then Maryland, then Wisconsin, then Washington. That's who Oregon plays. Illinois is ranked 22, Michigan ranked 24. That's the rest of the ranked opponents Oregon faces this season.
I just did something that I really hate. You know, like when you bring your coffee down and you're about to drink it, but the tip is here. And it's just like you about to just look. You look, and I'm on camera, like you look real fucking stupid doing that shit. Like, but yeah, Travis Hunter is exciting. I don't want the Jags to pick him, not because I don't want him to, not because I don't like him. It's because I don't want the Jags to fuck him up. There's absolutely, I don't have confidence that we have a guy that knows how to use him properly. But anyways, let's go to the next thing.
All right, so big news out of Jacksonville, y'all. Recently, we got our stadium renovation approved by all 32 NFL owners. They voted unanimously on Tuesday to approve this, and I'm pulling it up right now. But just wanted to hear your thoughts on the whole stadium process. It's a $1.4 billion renovation to Everbank Stadium. So exciting news for the city. They have a bunch of futuristic pictures and everything like that. And
we're one of the best cities for like if you ever become a rendering artist, you want to live in Jacksonville. For the last 10 years, we've been rendering the fuck out of everything. Like they just be drawing. That should be. It always looks like it's in a time like that I won't be alive. Like some Jetsons type shit. I think one had flying cars, which I'm very disappointed that we don't have flying cars by now. Because, but then again, Neil deGrasse Tyson did say we do have flying cars. They're called helicopters. So fair enough.
But one of the main pushback with this, a lot of fans were worried about, was the timeline and where the Jags will play the 2020. Well, they will play in 2027 because they're either going to have to play in Orlando.
26 and 27.
26 and 27 because they either have to play in Orlando or in Gainesville.
We're not playing in Hogtown, more than likely. They don't have the infrastructure. But Orlando, because here's what's happening in Orlando, what a lot of people don't know. Camping World Stadium is about to get renovated. And because nobody really plays there outside of the bowl game and some other select events, there can be a lot more. They could do faster renovations than what they could do at the bank, because the bank is they're actually starting things, I believe, after the season this year. They're going to take away some of the seating capacities, because I've been able to sit in some of these meetings because of the Gator Bowl, because wherever the Jags go, more than likely the Gator Bowl will be there as well. The Gator Bowl has been in Gainesville. Matter of fact, the only time Peyton Manning won in Gainesville was his Gator Bowl performance. So there'll be, but I'm more than likely it will be in Orlando at Camping World. They did flirt with Daytona. The problem with small towns like Tallahassee and Gainesville will be that they don't have the infrastructure and the police, and the field might not be able to maintain a SEC game and then an NFL game right after that. So those are some of the things that you have to look into. I'd much rather, and plus hotel accommodations, because if I got to drive down for a 1:00 game in Orlando, I'm either going to go down Saturday night, which is going to be tough because college games, so that I can check it out and then leave right after the game, or I'm staying there Sunday. So there's a lot of different things that come up when it comes to that. Now, the funny thing about things like this is that it brings up societal pressures that are happening on the political side that actually mean something to the everyday person. Most people have no idea what this means. All they think about is billionaires getting more tax cuts, without looking at the fact that can we look up what's the NFL minimum salary cap? Actually, we'll go maximum salary cap. And we don't have to put it up there, but we just find that. And while you're looking, like, no politician in their right mind would get rid of an NFL team, because you're going to lose this much minimum taxable revenue. Like, that's career suicide.
The salary cap is set at $255.5 million per team,
and it's only going up.
Yeah, this was a 13.6% increase from last year,
and I think it's going up. It increases exponentially next year. At one point, it will be half. Like, if you take that, what these players are making, the execs and everybody that's there, you're talking about $500 million in taxable revenue. That means homes, which gives you meals, which is how you pay for your schools. That's your sales tax. That's not even including the fact of how many industries have moved to Jacksonville in just the 17 years in which I've been here. Jacksonville has grown exponentially. When I first moved here, Butler Boulevard had nothing on it. It had, and in the town center was a Cheesecake Factory, PF Chang's, Barnes and Noble. There was Panera was there. It was just very few things. Now that mall is massive. That mall has a Tesla store. So there are things that you just have to pay attention to when it comes to these kind of things. But for Jacksonville is in a state which is what I would have tied it to, especially. So we got Jacksonville City got hit because they was allowing some teacher at Douglas Anderson to play with little kids.
Oh yeah,
and there was $1 billion lawsuit, so that affected the school board. I would have tied something in with Shah Khan to put money toward our schools. That would have been nice.
With this renovation, the Jaguars struck a deal between the city, which also includes a 30-year lease that will begin once the stadium reopens, and a non-relocation agreement, because a bunch of fans be joking on Twitter about us getting moved to England and all that.
You know why they do that? Because of reputable sources on. Did you ever? I've only had this. Two people in my life have told me to lose their numbers. One was a chick I used to date named Kendra Brown. She was from Jacksonville. Dope person. She had every reason why. But I was a woman. I think that's suitable for a woman. But I have been told to lose my number by a man. And that man was Jason Lockenfora. Call him Jason Locken Fuckboy. He was the national writer that kept saying that the Jags were moving to London. And he had inside sources. And everybody's like, they're not moving. And everybody, then when the deal didn't get struck with Lenny Curry, they were like, oh, they're definitely doing it. And I told my then friend who showed me, and I told a lot of people, I saw the Lot J deal. The Lot J deal did not pass because they didn't like Lenny. That's the only reason the Lot J deal. It was actually a really good deal. And I told them, you know what's going to happen now? Shad Khan is going to get everything that he wants a la carte. And you know what happens when you buy things a la carte? It's always more expensive. They say, well, why do you think that? I said, because you have a billionaire arguing with thousandaires. That man didn't become a billionaire by being lucky or stupid. That man got it out the mud. He stayed in the YMCA for about a month. When he first moved to America. Man knows he's shrewd as fuck. Don't let that mustache fool you. Like, he might not know football, but he knows business, and this is business. And we're gonna pay taxes somehow. So, I mean, shit. Shout out to Mayor Deegan for making it happen under her administration. So, I mean, she didn't really make it happen, but it happened under her administration's leadership. And kudos to them. But the politics of all of this stuff is always interesting. But I do wish we have schools closing because of lack of funding, while stadiums are getting built, and those are legitimate arguments that people are having without realizing that one thing I learned. This is why I say Americans, in order to vote, I don't believe you should have to take a test because that's illegal. But you should have to take a civics every 2 years. You should have to do a continuing education credit with civics so that you know how the fucking government works and how they have pools of money that cannot be spent in other aspects. It has to be spent in that region. And a lot of y'all don't really understand how that shit works. So bless your hearts.
Yeah, Shad Khan. He's also the owner of Fulham Football Club, which is a English Premier League team in England. So I feel like a lot of people were kind of using that as a joking leverage to say, oh, Jaguars are going to be in England because Shad Khan owns an English team and all this other stuff. And with the new renovation deal, they also added some more clauses. Another one would be there is a clause in the lease that limits the Jaguars to one home game annually in London starting in 2028, because we have played a home game annually in London since 2013. So I think they're just, I don't know, limiting us in England, maybe because with the ownership, like I was talking about. But yeah, they're making a lot of big moves in Jacksonville with the stadium and with the renovations and everything like that. So it's gonna be.
It's interesting that people say stuff like that, right? Do you know? Are you familiar with Anne Kroenke or Kroenke? I might be saying it wrong. Her maiden name is Ann Walton, and she's one of the heiresses to the Walmart throne. Her father was James Walton, who was the brother of Sam Walton. She's also a white woman, is the most wealthiest HBCU grad. She went to Lincoln University in Missouri. I bring this up to say, do you know what team she owns? She owns the Los Angeles Rams. Do you know where's Arsenal?
Arsenal's that's an English.
That's not in America, right?
No.
Okay, she also owns the Arsenal Football Club. When's the last time you heard when St. Louis Rams? Did you ever hear? Because there were St. Louis Rams at first. Did you ever hear St. Louis Rams going to London while she owned Arsenal? Never. She also owns the Denver Nuggets. When they left St. Louis to go to LA, did you ever hear St. Louis is going to Denver? Nope, not at all. I didn't either. She also owns the Colorado Avalanche. Did you ever hear that? The problem is people don't have anything. The Jags are the franchise that was not supposed to happen. And they still treat them as the franchise that's not supposed to happen. Because the market at the time did not dictate that, the city wasn't big enough for that. But what they thought would happen is the proximity from Tallahassee to Gainesville and even Athens would make people have an appetite for pro ball, because they thought, you know what? These teams are good. We'll go on Saturday. And then we'll go they'll go watch college football on Saturday and then go watch 1 p.m. football on Sunday. Without taking into the fact that how big college football is down here. You'd be hung over. We do have more people than Green Bay, but Green Bay is one of the OGs in this. That's the reason why they got, Green Bay is literally the city. They're not owned by anybody. They're owned by the community. They're owned by the NFL, and the community has fake. Like the they're basically the NFL's fundraising arm, because all they do is like they have ownership, but they ain't got no real stakes or shares.
And Robert Owens, no, Shaw does not own the Wembley Stadium. He withdrew his offer around this time last year to buy the stadium. So, yeah.
But my point is, these people like to own people. There's no real reason to be a billionaire except for to own people. And the more people you own, the more you can brag. And yes, Yanni, her dad is an owner of that, but she has a stake in it because she's an heiress. And she owns people. She owns people internationally. And Jason, you're right. Only one of those cities actually did shit with that. Charlotte is a lot more fun than Jacksonville. Everything I own goes to my sons. It ain't much. If I own people, then my sons get to own people. I want to own it. I literally, if I was a billionaire, first thing I'm doing is buying people. Is trying to buy some kind of franchise. And until I can buy a franchise, I'm gonna buy a school. I will be the lion ass Cuban for FSU.
Jaguars are playing their second game in England. This is their back-to-back game. So they played the Chicago Bears last week in England, and they're playing the Patriots at 9:30 a.m. on October 20th. So I just want to read you some of the game odds. So the Jags have a 69.6 chance to win this game, and the money line is New England plus 210, Jaguars minus 250. The spread is +6, and the over/under is 42.5.
Hey man, let's pull up that bet, Nas. What we gonna do? Because I'm gonna do a long parlay. I know I ain't gonna get it, but it's a couple games I got questions on, so I'm a little nervous about them. I don't know KC San Francisco. I don't know the Rams. It was the Rams versus the I forgot. It was the Rams game though. It was 3, and then Green Bay, the Jets. Not Green Bay and the Jets. Is it Green Bay and the Jets? No, it's Green Bay, Houston.
Yeah, it's Green Bay, Houston.
And that's one I'm not sure.
What's
about.
The last game? Was the Rams?
Yeah.
And the Raiders they play.
No, it wasn't that one. I know the Raiders are losing that
I'll
one.
just list out the games. Patriots, Jags,
I know
Bengals,
that
Browns, Dolphins, Colts, Eagles, Giants, Lions, Vikings, Seahawks, Falcons, Texans, Packers, Titans, Bills, Panthers, Commanders, Raiders, Rams, Chiefs, Niners, Jets, Steelers, Ravens, Bucks, Chargers, Cardinals.
It was the Chargers, Cardinals is the one that I'm not sure about.
I'll pull up. I have the Hard Rock.
But I want to do the Jags stuff. So I got the Jags winning.
I'll pull it up right here. All right, so I'll read out some of the things to you right here. So yeah, the spread is +6, over under is 42, and the money line on Hard Rock is Patriots plus 220, Jags minus 275.
I got Jags under. Yeah, just give me the points. I mean, I'll take whatever they're giving the they're giving the Patriots -3.
No, they're giving the Patriots +6 because they're supposed.
Fuck no.
They're supposed to
Fuck
lose.
no.
This
Go
game.
money line.
Hammer the Hey, Luke said hammer the Patriots money line plus 220.
The Patriots aren't beating the Jags. The Jags are one of those teams, and this isn't the Jags home, but the Jags are one of those teams where you just can't understand because they have the talent to win. They just don't. And then when it comes together, they do what they did against Houston, and they do what they did in the one win that they had. Like, if Trevor does now, them trying to throw it to the tight end, targeting the tight end 15 times in a game is stupid. And they've been over there, so they're used to it. Now the game I won't bet is next week. when they come back home, because they're gonna be they used to be in Britain. They eating baked beans for breakfast, baked beans, eggs, and blood sausage for breakfast, tea and crumpets for brunch. Yanni, you really live in London, huh? Are you from London, or are you like just out there in them streets? And do they really not have guns?
No, a lot of people don't have guns.
And do they
in
really
London.
talk like they talk? Like they talking what's the superhero show where everybody's got
Supercell?
Yeah, do they really talk like that? You were born in London. You don't say. It was that one chick, man. I gotta go. It was one chick. I would listen to her talk all day. She sounded so amazing. It sounded so proper. So do you know where's Welsh's? Isn't that over there by London?
Yeah.
So you know
what
the
else?
Gooches. So South London is that the South London? Is that where like is that like is that like Harlem in New York or something like that?
Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of Jamaicans in South London. I think South London, yeah, because that's what the show was based out of. Supercell was South London. Mm-hmm.
Well, they had guns though in Supercell.
Yeah, but they had like,
but it wasn't like cool guns like we got. So it's not like how I'm watching. I'm a 1980s drug dealer right now in my head because I keep watching such and such. So like this man had a bazooka. Like we can get real shit in America.
Nah, they can't get
like you
stuff
can't
like
get
that.
stuff like that.
Nah,
yeah. First Baptist destroyed a lot of stuff in downtown. That's what I'm saying. Like y'all, we gotta like. I'm glad they selling that stuff, getting rid of that shit. That was wild. With those sound like places that I want to like. I would want to say I'm from, like Brixton. I'm from out in Brixton, bro.
Brev.
Or what do they like? What's it? Not they don't say Loke. Loke is a West Coast. What do they say? Bloke. I'm from Brixton, bloke. Ooh, would it be I'm from bloody Brixton, bloke? What? Triple B's? I'm enamored with other cultures. Like I want to learn that shit. But anyways, Jags winning. I'll post my stuff. Yo, dude, I'm so like I would love. I'm gonna buy. If I become a billionaire, I'm gonna buy a town and call it Brixton, and we're gonna call ourselves the Brixton Bullies, just like that. I like that. They use cowboy guns. Yeah, they do. They have like 6 shooters.
Yeah, they don't. They're not like us. They definitely not like.
I like that though. That means you got to have Your hands got to be certified. Even with a knife, you got to be good with it. If you have it.
Yeah, they have a lot of knife fights and like acid.
Acid.
Yeah, like
they throwing acid on people.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've heard about that.
Acid on me. I'm blowing up your mama's house. That sound like it burned. All the cartoons. I've only seen acid in cartoons, and it looked like it burned.
Yeah, definitely burns. But staying in the NFL, we have our. If y'all haven't checked out the Sports Den Twitter, make sure y'all do so. Each week we post the Noles in the League Week 6 stats. So these are some of the stats for some of the active NFL Noles players right here. I'm putting it up right there. So yeah, these are some of the players we had this week, some of the stats they recorded for week 6 NFL. So stay tuned. All right. I think the standout star this week was Renardo Green on the Niners. He had a crazy interception, and yeah, a lot of these players have been going off, been doing really good. I know the Rams had a bye week. Versk and Fist, they've been playing great too, even though they trying to replace Aaron Donald's footsteps, even though it's a very hard thing to do. But who are some of the Noles in the league that you've been on notice of, James, and just been
Well,
keeping the look
D
on for?
Walk, shout out to Duval Zones, his little bro. So I always love D Walk balling, even though it came at the Jags' expense. Keon is basically my son. So and my baby boy's favorite player. He doesn't give a damn what he does. He could do absolutely. Keon Coleman and Santa Claus are up there in Kai's life right now. So and I need my guy with the Jags to do better. Now, he's not doing bad, but I need Jerry, and that's my guy. So that's it. So those would be my favorites right now. I don't even know, is Derwin hurt?
No, Derwin played. He had, I'll pull it up right here.
Because I mean, Derwin went from like people saying he's like the best safety to like I barely hear him talk about his ass no more.
3 total tackles, 1 solo, 1 tackle for loss, 2 passes defended.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
So yeah, they've been doing pretty good in the league. So just gotta keep on doing it. Represent FSU.
Jalen is on the way out, so I ain't mad at him, man. He's got some good paydays. Darby, I don't blame Darby for the situation that he's in. He's old. In NFL years, he's at least 60. It's time to move on. But I'm glad he's here. But outside of that, we got any other interesting stuff? Because I'm hungry. We got a football game today.
I got one last thing.
All right, let's do it.
One last thing. So Angel Reese went viral again.
The sexy llama.
For talking about how her WNBA salary doesn't even cover her rent because she pays $8,000 a month in rent.
That's a lot. But in her defense, where does she play? She plays Chicago. So okay. I think people are, and here's where I don't believe in. Oh man, this is gonna get me roughed up. This is gonna be a hell of a reel. I don't believe in gender equity pay or equality pay. Excuse me. Let me rephrase that. I do believe in gender equity. I don't believe in gender equality pay. So what I mean is, I believe women deserve to get paid in the same percentages as men do. So WNBA players deserve the same pay as NBA players. Most pro leagues are about 50, like the NFL. I don't know exactly what the NBA one is, but I know the NFL is 51-49 if I remember correctly. So 51% of the money goes to the owners, 49% goes to pay, and that's how we create the salary cap. Now, the problem with that, and what a lot of them don't realize, and I heard one of the ladies for U.S. Soccer when they sold, soccer makes more than the men, brings in more than the men on the U.S. team. They would not like the numbers that they're getting now if they had to live the same way that the NBA players are living, because they don't bring in enough revenue at this moment. Now, I do believe, and we've talked about this before, I believe, Miles, we've shown like basically where the NBA was I think this is year 30 of the WNBA.
It's around year 30.
And we show where the NBA was. You know who came in the NBA around year 30? And when the payments started to really go? Magic Johnson, Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark from a college coming here give you the most reminiscent?
Magic.
They had that epic battle in the finals. I mean, in the March Madness. Same thing happened with them. I do believe the women's game will get better because they're prettier. They got to get a better quality product. I don't want to see 20 missed layups. That's fucking bullshit. And nobody dunking. I'm going to also tell you, when they started, something about like, if they lowered the rim to about 9 feet, right? And I know women are against this. And we started seeing girls dunk on each other and dunk, like I would probably watch to see vaginas in other women's faces. Way more than I would watch nuts in dudes' faces. When the nuts started getting in dudes' faces with the dunks, NBA television rose because the white women were loving it. Women were loving it. And you know what, if you don't believe me, go watch that porn, cockhole porn. That's high. White men love black nuts in other people's faces for some reason. I don't know why. Not you guys on here. But I'm just saying some of y'all friends is weird, man. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. But I think people misinterpreted what she said. But you have her audio?
Yeah, but I wanted to go back to piggyback what you said about the fair share of total revenue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you know Las Vegas Aces. They have a player. Her name's Kelsey Plum. She went on All the Smoke, Matt Barnes, and Steven Jackson's podcast, and they were asking her about, the revenue with the WNBA, and she pretty much wanted a fair share of the pie, like you said, because NBA players receive between 49 and 51% of revenue, but WNBA players only get about 10%
of the revenues they bring in.
Yeah.
What is the revenues they bring in?
Right. That's also,
and that's the question. So, like,
right.
if let's say you bring in, it's a negative, because most of these teams are being financed by another NBA owner.
Yes.
And
correct.
so, like, if I'm at -3 over here, I mean, if I'm at $3 million a year, you don't want that. Like, you want your salary. But long story short, I will say this: $72,000 is not a lot of money, and I believe that's what Angel Reese's WNBA salary is. That being said, Chicago she is a celebrity, regardless of how you feel about her. But she's got rich people complaints. Now, she doesn't need to be living in O Block, but she also can't be staying. Angel Reese can't stay in the same luxury furnished apartment as some regular female high-end executive that's making 100,000 stays, because she would be a detriment not only to herself, because some of y'all are fucking weird. You're going to follow her home. You're going to do a whole bunch of other shit. Now, $8,000 a month, I don't know about that. That's a lot, baby. That being said, I'm not mad at her, but she did not complain. She actually made a statement that lets you realize that she just shitted on all of us and made us realize how little money we make, and that she big bank taking over little bank. So let's listen to what she actually had to say.
Pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, that's her?
Yes, bro. Who else did you think
No,
it
I'm
was?
saying, why she don't look like this? Why, baby? Why are you doing the eyebrows? She looks so much better right here. She looks normal.
That's what the IG Live would do.
Man, give me that normal Angel Reese. Boy, listen, baby. You're doing too much, baby. If these young boys, these young whippersnappers got you dressing like that, baby, you don't need to do we don't need them. Come over here and get your come on, I don't even like young women, but you look like you got so you need to. I told my friend, I almost said it now. I can't say it. I told one of my friends this. She was struggling, right? And I said, with men her age, I said, you know what you need? You need a good old faithful married man to just help boost your self-esteem and show you how to be treated. Not me. I don't want that. But what I'm saying is you need a good old faithful guy that could just help you, right? And then, so what do you mean? I said, because you don't know your worth. And these young boys, like, you over here doing all this shit. Nobody need all that. Look at her. You know who, like, now Bert, I don't think Bert is, it's very much so tongue-in-cheek joke that, Diana. But Bert, I'm not going to put Bert's business out there. I don't know Bert's situation and stuff like that, but she need a Bert, an OG that's going to take her around and clean her up and show her how she take her to a good, that knows how to eat steak, a good steak. Like, no, baby, we don't eat medium well anymore. Yeah. Don't you put no damn A1 sauce on that steak, baby. Let it come on here. Treat you right. Look at them eyebrows, man. Them eyebrows is looking right. Never mind. Now you done blew it up. Fucked me up. God damn, baby. You could have kept it out and I was been good. Fuck it. Never mind. Stay with them young motherfuckers. Go ahead, push play now. She do need a
Hand pays them bills, baby. I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary. 74? Okay. Times.
Here, I'll do it.
Yeah. I don't even know my salary. Does it? You don't even. Yo! I'm living beyond my means. It's like, no, my rent is more than that. It's $8,000.
I ain't paying $8,000.
I'm living beyond my means. Like y'all think, babe. If y'all thought, it's like, let me. I don't even know my salary for WNBA. A thing. Did I even pay my car note?
We can push Paul. I'm gonna put this in perspective, right? So I'm gonna say the same thing that she said that as a man has said, right? Y'all do know Marshawn Lynch never spent the game check, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what she's saying. Emmitt Smith was notorious for waiting until the end of the year and taking all of his checks and then cashing them. And I'm not judging anybody for their comments on hearing that. But one thing I always tell people is don't take a 5-figure mentality to try to understand a 7-figure mentality. Meaning, if you don't pay taxes, like you get tax back, which is nothing wrong with that. Don't try to understand what, like, she has a financial advisor. She has people that like there's guys who probably legitimately don't know, or they have an idea, but they don't know. And they have somebody that reports it to them. Now, you can say that's stupid, but when you're doing all of these, Angel Reese is a business. She is a for-profit company. I'm going to be honest with you. You know what that $8,000 is? Probably a fucking write-off. Because she does own a soccer team. She does have millions of dollars in endorsements. She does have a lot of other things going for her. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. While I believe that she can leave a little bit more to the imagination for us, she's probably getting paid to show her ass. She's like a high-value stripper. Your girl wears that to the club just to get seen. She wears that and gets paid. A lot of them don't, too. Click on Life About. See, everybody knows about my guy, former Miami Hurricane great. You know about the Leon Searcy's. And they also tell you about how, was it like 50% of all NFL players end up bankrupt, but they don't tell you why. Most of them go bankrupt trying to do legitimate shit. Like buying houses, like when the housing market turned upside down, when a lot of these different things happen. But there's also a shit ton of them that are set for life. I'll use D-Walk, for example. D-Walk is set for life off of his first signing bonus. Because a financial planner told him to put money into, then he fired that person. But at the same time, that person had him put money into a certain account that he can get withdrawals from when he's done playing, and he will make a good amount of money for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what the stats or what the news articles are telling you, but what I can tell you is, again, there's a law against Tank Black because of what Tank Black did. See, again, there's a reason why that shit doesn't happen now for players. And there's a reason, like, for example, there's a reason why you have to be registered with the NBA and the WNBA and the NFL and a lot of these other different things. It doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. I can only tell you from personal experience, a lot of people who actually are doing the right thing.
Yeah, I feel like the reason why she said she didn't know her salary is because she don't really have to focus on the WNBA,
That's
like
what
she
I'm saying.
said. So in 2022 and 2023, she had 17 endorsement deals that were worth around $1.7 million.
And that's what I think. People get lost. This is why I always joke with people about the meat. Like, don't read the headline and the caption and it come in with a preconceived notion on the person. Actually research it's like when people said Marshawn Lynch is going to end up broke because he didn't do interviews and he looked like a street thug, to find out that was one of the richest players on his team and gave financial advice to her people. Luke, exactly. She is living within her means. And everybody took the headline just saying, because her point was, if I made more money, I wouldn't have these 17 endorsements. So, I mean, like, the thing is, if she couldn't afford an $8,000 home, you probably know where she would be? Not in probably in somebody else's $8,000 home. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, she might not be able to afford it, but she got the skills to afford to get somebody else who can afford it. But like,
yeah, her endorsements are crazy.
I'm sure she has an eyelash endorsement. She got to have makeup at this point.
She got a lot of stuff. She got hair. I'll just read you some of the names: Sports Illustrated, Calvin Klein, Outback Steakhouse, Reebok, Zoa Energy, that's the rocked energy drink, Amazon, Starry, that's like the lemon lime soda,
this new Sprite,
PlayStation, Miele Organics, that's like a hair company, JanSport, backpacks.
I ain't seen a JanSport backpack in years.
Tops, I forgot what that is.
That's the cards, right? TOPPS?
Yeah,
that's cards.
Okay. Beats by Dre, Tampax, Airbnb.
She got to use one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, she's a healthy heterosexual female, so it's working down there. That lets me know it's working. Oh man,
yeah,
that's tough. There ain't no real we don't get an exclusively male. Do we have an exclusively male thing that we can buy that we can get advertisement for young men? That's sexist. Even if you flipped and identified, you couldn't get that one. No, actually, women can take Viagra too.
Oh, Reese's too. I forgot.
Alpha Male Clinic. Alpha Clinics now, Polo Kid. We help women. They just advertise the men because men are the ones who have shame with going to a doctor because you're not working. Women do. Beard oil ain't nothing but cancer. That ain't nothing but natural hair supplement. Condoms, fair enough. But y'all should put a woman. Okay.
Oh my God, yo, that's crazy.
Hey, did you see the thing I said? Shout out to them light skinned chicks with a little bit of that little bit of dark stuff up under their lip. You know, you straight, you cool as shit. Women be balding. No, we just showed a whole video of women whose edges have betrayed them. In fact, I say that all the time. For every woman who gets some, I don't pray, but I pray this one prayer to my baby moms. I pray that every day she makes me mad that God takes her edges back a little bit. Because every woman, just like I pick on my guy Dibby, right? I got a couple more mango seasons. But my boy Dibby's hairline betrayed him in the 70s when he was 8. And now he's bald. And the only thing that God did was allow him to get a beard back, right? So it's some females that I got a big forehead, but some females that they either need Rogaine or they need to go on ahead and you could be bald head now in this century and look good. Go ahead, let me palm that head like a basketball girl. Let me dribble you into the mat. You ever been dribbled in the mattress? That's what you should ask a bald-headed chick or a chick with a fade. Can I dribble you? That should be a romantic song. Can I dribble you in the mat? Just boom, 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 boom. Anyways, Diana puts, while Prime is still on Durag packages, well, you do know he has ass hair now.
Can't be saying that.
It's true. He went to India and got ass hair put on his head. Y'all didn't know about that. Alopecia, that's what I said. Whatchamacallit look like? Isn't it the alopecia one of them llamas? Isn't that another name for sexy llama?
Who?
Isn't the alopecia a mammal with big ass eyelashes?
Oh my goodness.
No, that's
He's talking about an alpaca.
alpaca.
Oh, alopecia is what whatchamacallit has.
Yeah.
Alopecia, again, that was years of Will Smith praying to whoever he was praying to, saying that
Dwayne Martin.
Will Smith hates Jada. Jada hates Will. That's why every 3 months, she has to go in the news and remind us that she's fucking Tupac's ghost. Or something to embarrass him.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Dwayne Martin. I've been new. Will is, men don't get to be bi. It's a conscious decision to suck a dick. So if I don't know if Will was doing that or not, or if he was, oh man, it just made me think about for colored girls. I could never look at Ghost the same now that I know him.
That scene was so funny.
You mean to tell me all these years you was getting, and that's how exactly how when black women say men are homophobic, that sums up the true homophobe direction of most black women. You mean to tell me all those years you was getting bent over? Who said I was doing the bending? Oh, so you was getting bent, you was doing the bending? The way she said it, like I was like, oh man, I would be so appalled. I wouldn't even want to know. I just be like, you know what, fuck that. I'm out. Go get bent over and do your bending. I don't want to know who split. We can all know a little less about each other. I don't care who you splitting into or who's splitting you into, as long as you ain't fucking me.
Yeah, what are some male
I don't wear underwear, so I can't even. I would be the worst for an underwear endorsement. Man. But y'all can't even endorse. Y'all wear our boxers. Y'all do wear boxers. Y'all do wear boy shorts. Ooh, boy shorts, man. God bless them. Whoever invented that, I like that more than I like, because I either want you in boy shorts or just don't wear nothing. Let that thing air out. Well, he did do his first movie was gay, so yeah.
Dang.
Quincy Jones was definitely Quincy Jones. Tupac got beat up by Michael Jackson for messing with Quincy Jones' daughter, and on that day he got diddied. He was laying there, knocked out, and then Quincy Jones said, "Don't mind if I do." And that's y'all favorite rapper. He does have some good rap songs, though. I like Pac. He's just a gay thespian, which is nothing wrong with that. He's a gay thespian that was angry. Like Lenny in Snowfall. Like Lenny got taken to, oh my God. Was Lenny inspired by Tupac's character? Because you know John Singleton didn't fuck with Tupac.
After the
because they got in a fight when they were doing when he was supposed to be in was it Boys in the Hood? Yeah.
Oh,
was
yeah.
it Minnesota? No. Yeah. Jason, nothing surprises me anymore. There's a lot of Dan and fruit on the bottom yogurt ass motherfuckers on this planet. And they just zesty. I don't care who you fucking or who's fucking you, as long as you're not fucking me. I'm telling you, if everybody had that as a life quote, social media would probably be dead. Because basically all social media is about who's fucking who right now. And Real Households of America, whatever show y'all watching these days is about. Oh, that's all that's about. But on that note, man, I hope you guys have a good fucking Friday. Was it stay? Was it what was
Scared
STD?
to Death?
Scared to Death Friday. I hope y'all have a good STD Friday. Good fucking Friday. Oh my God. I don't know what y'all make me. I don't watch TikTok anymore. I just post shit and then just pray for the best. Seems scary. I don't want to know that. Yeah. I don't believe anything. If my man put LL, I didn't know that, but LL ain't really hardcore rapper, but he's glossy. When Jamie Foxx
he was
clowned
affiliated. He was affiliated.
LL
With Preem.
He was with Preem? Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they all from
Queens.
Yeah.
50 Cent basically punked Preem, which is wild that he's alive with that.
Yeah, he got shot 9 times.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be alive.
You hit with a few shells, but I don't walk with a limp. 50 is my guy. I like 50. 50 is the older I get, 50 is my spirit animal. Like 50 for people who are like tough guys that don't feel like they need to be tough guys all the time, like they can have fun. 50 is the person that you identify with because whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. That is I'm gonna assume you didn't mean to put the I, and I'm just going, or he loved trains. I mean, he might love trains. He might love to run trains on people. I
maybe both
past that point. Nah, 50.
Luke, that is crazy.
Nobody believes that.
Yeah.
Like nobody believes that.
That's
Ja Rule was a Jehovah's Witness pretending to be a gangster. Like that's just not in the thing. Like you don't even celebrate Christmas and Hanukkah and birthdays and shit. Like Ja Rule would have a career if that was true. Like the reason why I know 50 real is Tony Yayo. Tony Yayo, there is no Ja Rule, don't have no Tony Yayo. And 50 brought up the best point, and anybody who's been or had friends who have, unfortunately, again, one day, not this type of show, I've had friends who have been indicted, right? And I stay away from certain people for a very reason. I don't have it. They indicted Ja Rule's camp, not Ja Rule's camp. What's my man name? The producer that's still Irv. They indicted Irv because he was the one who was going to pay for the lawyers.
right.
So they make you if they put you in it, you got to spend all your money, and you can't buy your boy out. That's why Preem is in there. But Tony Yayo, literally loyal as fuck. But at the same time, is 50 has this thing, and I just put it on my page, and he explained it more in this one. He said, people be like, Big Gang, you always talking shit to people. You always got problems. Like, I don't want any problems. But if you tell me you got a problem, I say, no problem. I think that's the way you should be in life. Tough guys don't go around trying to be tough. Because what's the dude Pop Smoke said that? Tough guys don't go around being tough because they know where it ends. And his ass got beat. His ass got dead trying to, with a thought. Anyways, man, it's all kinds of shit that, this is why we need fathers, real fathers in this generation, because there's a lot of missteps being had. So on that note, man, apparently LL Cool J likes transmissions, and Tupac was a gay thespian, and both of them had a lovers quarrel, and that's why he made Who Shot You, according to our producer Jaden. On that, we'll see you guys next week. Make those bets, and y'all have a great Saturday, and go Noles.